Heidi ho, my crafty friends. This is Lori at the Ladybug Journals. How are you today? Welcome to the craft room. Okay, so the last time I saw you, we added, this is part 2 of our decoupage on the napkin, with the napkins on our book pages. So the last time I saw you, we had decoupaged this page onto the book page. And let me check on our little bird here. See how he's doing. Oh, here he is. And we had decoupaged our little bird onto a piece of scrapbook paper. And as you can tell, our little bird has grown. So after the decoupage medium dried that we used, I mounted the little bird onto a piece of just cardstock to help it dry flat. And then I put it in the, made a sandwich into that cereal bag. And then I just put a little block of wood that I have on top of it and let it completely sit flat for about an hour so that it would be flat when we made our pocket with it. So let's do this one first. So what I did was, after it dried, I took my ruler and I made sure I cut it as straight. I just tore the edges out straight. That's all that I did. And then I inked it up. Okay? And remember I told you I wanted to keep the dandelion. Well, there it is. And so then I folded it up on the side for our flip. Okay, so there's our fold. I haven't done anything to the back at all. And the page that we were going to put it on is right here. So that determined how big my fold was going to be. Okay, so I can't tell you how big to make your fold because I don't know how big your pages are. So you're going to have to determine that yourself by how big your page is. So I folded mine and I kept my dandelion. So depending on how big my page is, and then I can flip it out. Now, I do want to cover the back of this. I don't want this. So I want to cover the back of this before I attach it to this page. Okay? And I want to decorate this here before we attach it. Okay? So let's decorate this first. And then we'll attach it. Then we'll cover this. Okay, so I got out some little stickers I thought that would be appropriate for the front of this, and not take away from it. So I got out this little butterfly, and I started the edge of it. Now I just have to get a hold of it again. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to put this little butterfly up here. And I liked this little butterfly because it's got, now I don't like it. Because I thought it was a washi butterfly, but it's not. So let's put it back on here, and I'm going to do some trimming around it. Let's trim around this butterfly a little bit. Where'd my scissors go? There they are. Let's do some quick trimming around this butterfly. Get some of this white off. I don't want all that white. Okay. And then if there's still too much white, I'll just ink around it a little bit to get rid of it. Which I think in spots there's going to be some. Yeah, cutting these things is a real challenge. Because they don't cooperate very well. They're definitely easier to get off the backing than the little washi ones. But I don't like that you can see them. Sometimes they disappear, depending on the page. But then Other pages they don't disappear on. Okay, so let's put this on a piece of scrap here. Yeah, and take this over some of the edges of it. And that'll help it disappear a little bit. All right, now let me get a hold of this edge again. All right, let me get a little tip here. Come on, you're right there. You're all bent up and ready to come up. There you are. Right there. Okay, now that should help it disappear into the page. Yeah, I liked this little butterfly because it had the blue, that was this flower, and it had the black and the white, that was kind of everything else. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now these other little flowers are little other washi tape flowers. Now this little lavender here, this one here, is the same as this little lavender that's down here. And again, it's not. All right, let's run this over here just a little bit, as I am nowhere near going to try and cut out lavender. And if it shows through, it shows through. I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. But we're going to put it right here. Okay. And then this one, let's see, was that one over here? That one was over here. Now, where's the little tip I had bent up on it? There it is, right there. Whoops. Okay, let's just take some of that white out. Come on. Oh, now I didn't stick you down that hard. There you go. Right there. Right here. Okay, so let me get these things over here in the trash. Now you could keep adding, you know, as much as you wanted to this page. I have other butterflies here. I have these little tiny ones that are little washi butterflies that I think you do have to cut them out. And I did not want to spend time trying to cut these things out because these are hard. Yeah, these are the ones you do have to cut out. And I have a terrible time cutting those out. Okay, so let me grab the paper that we're going to cover this with. It's right here. Now, this, remember, this is a napkin. We're not going to see this. We're only going to see this when it flips like that. So to cover that, I want to give it a little bit of support. Get off of there. And I want to use, okay, let me grab it here. Hold on just a minute. I got to get over there to get to it. Okay, so to cover the back, I want to use this. And I'm just going to use my glue stick on it. I don't want it to get wet again. So there's my glue stick. Here's my glue mat. I think I need to turn it the other way though. And I thought, well, the glue stick won't make it too wet. So let's get the glue on it. I think this one's running out too. Okay. Okay. Now, let me make sure I've got it top and top so I don't get one thing upside down. Now, I know my side is not straight over there, and I'm okay with that. But I do want to make sure that I'm not interfering with my edge. I don't want to interfere with this right here where that attaches, because I want to make sure that that attaches well. There. Now what did I just do with my paper towel? Put that out of my way. Oh, good gracious. Because I think I just smeared it. Let me wipe that off here. Okay, everything is stuck down now. Okay, so I just need to trim off my edges here. And I want to round, I was going to round my corners, but I think, this is not going to be torn edge anymore, is it? I think I'm going to have to wait until after it dries and then tear them. All right, I'll wait till it dries and then I'll tear these two edges again. Okay, so now I've got this covered like that. You know what? I could use these scissors. They're called sunflower, but they make it look kind of schmuffy. You know, little decorative edge. Let's do that. Let's be wild. Let's be crazy. I just don't want a straight edge, you know. Oh, that's not too bad. You know, that's the whole thing with this. I just don't want a straight edge. And apparently they don't like cutting wet paper because they are not cutting wet paper. They're not cutting it at all. My goodness. What is the problem here with you guys? All right. You just might have popped my bubble. Oh, you're just tearing it up. I might get that torn edge after all. Yeah, I might get that torn edge after all. All right, well, I'm not using you. Holy cow. That's terrible looking. Well, I guess we're leaving it like it is. Yikes. Okay. Okay. All right, well, we won't do that again. Boy, that does not like to do that. Okay, so now that we've got that, okay, so on our page, I also wanted to put underneath this flip, is that the page? This was the page. No, this was the page. Underneath this, when you pick it up, I wanted to put this pocket. And we'll make the tag or whatever we want to put in there later. See, there's a little pocket here. We could put a tag. We'll make that at a later date. And we could also put something behind it if we wanted. But right now, I just want to get it down in place. So let's... And this is the tutorial for this pocket. If you haven't seen it, I'm not even sure if it's out yet. Oh, well, I guess the way I glued it, there's not going to be anything behind it. Goofy girl. I'm not even sure if this is out yet. It might be. If not, it'll be out soon. I make my videos ahead of time. So I'm not sure if this has come up on your playlist yet or not. Okay. So I want that right there. I want you off of there. All right, so we need to make sure that when this is there, it covers that up. Yeah, like that. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over, and then I'm going to put glue right here. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. And then I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to fold it down. Okay. Let me make sure I turned that camera back on. I did. It wouldn't be the first time that I didn't turn it back on. Okay. So there's our page. Then you flip it up, and there's that. So it's got a little pocket that you could put like something like that in, you know, if you wanted. And then there's a bigger pocket back here, you know, if you wanted to put something that's a little bit too big, but if you wanted to put a tag in, you could put a tag back there. And we'll make tags in an upcoming video. Okay, so now for our bird, let's make our bird pocket. Ouch. I just poked my finger with this silly pen. Oh, for heaven's sakes, you guys. All right. So now let's do our bird pocket. Okay, so our bird, if you'll remember, we mounted him on a piece of, let me see if I can show you what it looked like. A piece of cardstock that looked like that. No, it's just regular level cardstock. It's not even cardstock, it's just paper. Out of this pad. It's just regular paper. And I used the gel matte medium, and I let it dry, and then I mounted it to a piece of just neutral cardstock, just to give it a little bit of girth, since it's going to be a pocket. Now this one is going to go, I want it to go back here. I want it to go right here. Okay, so we need to trim this cardstock down so that it fits on this page. So I need to put my thing there. So to do that, I think we're going to use our paper trimmer here so it's straight, because you guys know I can't cut straight to save my life. So, you know what? Let's open this up and see if that helps. Let's see if that helps. Let's do the edge that isn't straight first, because I know that edge isn't straight. Okay. Yeah, because that'll at least give us one straight edge to work from. And then we'll do this edge. Okay. And then we can, you know, trim. If we need to, we'll get it trimmed. Oops, get off of there. All right, now let's trim off the bottom here a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Now, let's see if this fits on our page. Marvelous. And there's our little bird. I still don't think it's straight, but let's see. It could be. There's our little bird. That's a big pocket. I got to tell you, that's a big pocket. Now, we could cut him in half, and then stack the pockets if we wanted. You know, we could cut it right above the bird and then have that as another pocket, you know, a layered pocket. But I'm okay with the big pocket. So we're going to do this. We can put a big tag in it. We are going to ink it in just a minute. We're going to ink it. But first I want to get all this done. Because normally I forget, and now this we could have also just made this a side tuck. We could have done any number of things with it. But we're just going to have one big giganto pocket right now. And if I change my mind, I can still come back and cut it and have two pockets. You know, after I get this done, we'll come back and look at it. We'll come back and measure it and see what we have. Because this is a big pocket. And the more I look at it, the more I think, yeah, we might need to do that. So let's get this back on here to hold our page. All right, so how tall is this? All right, this is 4 inches tall. That's 2 of my regular pockets. So if we cut right above his head, yeah, see, I don't want to lose his head. All right, so here's the ruler. If I cut right here, let me make sure he stays straight. If we cut right there, here, let's get this wiped down here so I can see this better. Let's get our scraps in the trash here. All right. If we cut right above his head, right there, that gives us that small pocket. We could layer them. We could put that pocket down here. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I think I like that. So let me get this straight here. Okay. Uh-oh, I lost my marks. Oh, darn it. Okay, now I see them. That's better. Okay, so let's round these bottom corners. Now, and let's round these. And where's my punch? Now, we don't want a big one because we don't want to take out the bird's head. Okay. Let's put that over there. Now we're going to put this pocket down here. Oh, yeah, that'll work better. Yeah, we'll put that like that. We'll layer them like that. Okay. So let's get this out of our way here. Put that over there. Okay, I forgot to, I need to glue this part before I put that down. All right, so we need to run glue all the way up here and all the way up here. And then put this down. Now we have 2 pockets instead of one El Giganto pocket. Whoops, I have glue on my hands. Okay. So, because this is thick, we're going to do just like we did the others. We're going to put some paper clips on it to kind of hold them into place for a couple of minutes. And the only reason I'm doing this is because it's thick and it's raising up, and I don't want it to raise up and stick to the pages in front of it. I want it to stay down, and it'll just be temporary until it, you know, it sticks where it needs to. Now up here is sticking fine. It's down here that it's raising up. So by doing this, I know that it's not going to raise up and stick someplace else. Okay, so now we have a big pocket here. Let's get that glue off of it. We have a big pocket up here. And we have a smaller pocket down here, like that, right there. So we can put these down here. These are pictures from our book pages that we covered with that same cardstock. Is just covered with that same cardstock that I covered the bird with. It's exactly the same. And it just makes little journaling cards. So after they dry, hey buddy, PJ's come to say hi to you guys. Okay, hold on a minute. It just gives your cards a little bit of girth so that you can... I'm so sorry about that, you guys. When he's got to go, he's got to go. Okay, as I was saying, adding your cardstock to the back of your pictures like this gives them a little bit of girth, so whenever you add them to a project, you can use them as little journaling cards. You can stick them in like this, and it just keeps them from getting all crumpled up. But you can also use that. You can make little tags with them. You can do all kinds of things with them. You know, it's totally up to you. But see, now I've got this little dragonfly. I can stick right there. And this one, I can put back there. And I know it's not as flimsy as this one. So, that's what I like to do with these little pictures that I cut out. So, there we go. We've got our bird. And we've got our other picture all done. So let's see here. I know this isn't all the way dry. Let's check on our bird up here. Let's see if we can find our bird here. That's not our bird. There's our bird. All right. I mean our other one. There's that one. And here's this with our pocket. So, okay. So thank you all for joining me today. It was awfully nice having you come into the craft room with me. I invite you back anytime that you would like to come and craft with me. So if you enjoyed today's video and you had some fun, please like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And to all of my subscribers that have sent me so many nice comments and hearts, oh my gosh, you guys, you just fill my heart with joy when you do that. You just don't know how much that just humbles me. It does. I just do this because I have fun, and then I get something like that, and I told my husband, I said, oh my gosh, there's people actually watching me. And he said, aren't they supposed to? And I said, well, they don't have to. There's lots of other people out there with more experience than me, and they've chosen to watch me, and that just humbles me that they've chosen to do that. So, so if you would like to do this again, and you'd like to have some fun with me, so come on back and we'll do it again. And you know what? I might use some markers on that to maybe add a little color to her. Come on back and we can do it again one day. And maybe have some more fun and play around and maybe do some fun things. So I invite you back to play anytime you'd like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you know how to do that. You know where that little bell is. All you have to do is click the bell. And you'll get all kinds of notifications every single time I put up a video. And right now they go up Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Mondays. Right now is the beginner series, but you guys are welcome. Anybody's welcome to watch the beginner series. It's been a lot of fun doing. We're going to continue it during the summer and have some fun doing all kinds of fun stuff for the summer. Doing beginner videos and doing beginner activities to help those that maybe don't have a lot of experience, maybe kind of getting them used to tearing apart a book, or getting them used to doing other things that maybe they just need that oomph of confidence to help them. The projects are a little easier than some of the others, and I have had so much fun doing them. They're kind of like some of the beginner projects that I watched, and I have just had a ball doing them. They're so much fun, and they're quick, they're easy, and we just did an altered book, and now we're working on our altered book. So if you'd like to make an altered book, jump on in on Mondays and see the altered book series. That is a whole lot of fun that's happening there. We have had a ball making an altered book. But if you don't want to watch the beginner series, that's okay. There's lots of other things to watch down in the playlist. You know where the playlist is. It's right there below me. Click on in down there and see whatever you want to see. I think there's like 50 videos down there. There's not a lot, but you know, we're working on them. For the summer, we might add one day a week. Besides the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we're thinking of adding a Wednesday in there for the summer. You know, it just depends. So until I see you again, I'm just adding some Uniball gel pen to this page here because I felt like it just needed a little bit of color. Since we added the ink to these little butterflies, the page just got a little dark. So I thought some little Uniball color on it might help. And I'm really liking it. So until I see you again in our next video, ta-ta for now.